it still feels strange being loved. This sensation of being loved is a feeling I had resigned to imagine and felt was not destined for me. Love felt like something meant for others, not me. Love seemed like a fairy tale written for others, a chapter I thought my story would never hold. I had closed the book on love, content in the belief that its magic was meant for fairy tales, not for someone like me. After my wife passed away after 8 years of marriage, I never thought I would heal from that heartbreak. I thought I would never love again, and I never wanted to fall in love again. But then, you walked into my life, an unexpected chapter, a serendipitous twist in my tale that I never saw coming. At the age of 36, to experience love again, it feels like falling in love for the first time. It's funny how I get butterflies in my stomach just like a teenager when I am with you. You have taught me the true essence of love. When I almost gave up on love, at the brink of surrender, at the moment I let go of the quest for love, that is when I found the most fulfilling love of my life. I love you truly, deeply, with all that I am. I love you with all my heart.
These were James's profound words to his second wife, Jenny. James was from a wealthy family. At the age of 28, he inherited the family's companies and got married to his late wife, Jane. James loved his wife with all his heart. He had a son called Jay with his wife, Jane. They had a very strong bond. His family was his priority despite being a chief executive officer of a large corporation. James was grateful to God for giving him an amazing wife. Then something unexpected happened, and his wife was shot during a robbery at the nearby mall. She died on the spot. James struggled to cope with the sudden loss of his wife. James had never thought he would lose his wife at a tender age. He was so heartbroken, he cried himself to sleep for almost 3 years. He would pray and cry to God to bring back Jane to him. His mother saw that even after 3 years, after he lost his wife, James was still struggling to come to terms with that reality. She told him to try and move on for the sake of his son. James agreed to move past the bereavement but told himself that he would never fall in love again. To him, love did not exist and made no sense. It was a waste of time and emotionally draining. Back at work, James would always put on a brave face and always appeared confident, though deep inside he still had issues. One day, his son Jay made a strange request. His son had requested that his father pick him up from a nearby restaurant every day. His son would have a milkshake there while he waited for his father. His son would request to be served by the same waitress every day. The waitress's name was Jenny. Every time she sees the tiny kid, her eyes would light up with love. The driver would sit with Jay as the child waited for his father. Then one day, as James entered the restaurant, he froze in shock and his jaw dropped as if he had seen a ghost. James noticed that Jay was friends with a waitress who shared a similar appearance with his late wife, Jane. They looked exactly the same, only slightly different hairstyles. Her eyes sparkled with love just like his late wife, and her smile from a distance warmed his heart. He asked himself, how can two people be so similar yet so different? This girl was a hybrid of his late wife. Look out for part 2 of this story, God Knows My Struggle, part 2. Follow, like, and share, for I am posting exciting stories like these every day.